Republican backlash is growing against President Trump's $12 billion plan to help American farmers feeling the pain of the escalating trade war. The president's proposal was announced yesterday in response to retaliatory tariffs imposed by China and other countries. Some GOP lawmakers blame Mr. Trump's trade policies for the problem.
They've been taking the legs out from under America's farmers and ranchers. What the administration is offering them instead is $12 billion of gold-plated crutches. That's not what anybody wants.
I just don't think the tariff route is the smart way to go.
Adriana Diaz spoke with one Illinois farmer who voted for President Trump and said he's now on the front lines of the president's trade war. She's at the Soybean farm in Will County outside Chicago. Adriana, good morning.
Good morning. Up to 80% of soybeans like these farmed here in Will County are exported to Asia and mostly to China. But the 25% tax or tariff China's imposed on U.S. soybeans like these have driven prices down about $2 per bushel. For a farmer of this size, that means tens of thousands of dollars in losses for a trade war driven by the highest levels of government. This year's soybean crop could be a record harvest for farmer Dave Kestel. How far along are these?
They're further along than they normally would be this time of year.
But he could lose money.
Right now we're looking at beans used to be $10, now they're down to $8. That's a 20% pay cut, basically.
On Tuesday, President Trump asked farmers like Kestel for patience as he tries to renegotiate his tariff-heavy trade policies.
And the farmers will be the biggest beneficiary.
Last month, the president announced steep taxes or tariffs on Chinese goods. China responded with tariffs of their own on American commodities like pork and soybeans, hitting rural agricultural states where support for the president is high. Do you support the president?
I do.
You voted for the president?
Yes, I did.
And do you support these policies which might be hurting farmers like you?
I do, because I do believe long term it'll be better for everyone. But right now, we're the ones that are taking the hit.
To make up for money lost, the $12 billion aid package announced Tuesday would provide farmers with direct financial assistance, purchase their excess produce, and help develop new export markets.
I mean, I understand they're trying to help us. I get that, but it's not a long-term fix. It's a pacifier, so to speak.
Farmers are self-sustaining people. So is this government aid seen as a bailout that you'd rather not have?
Bingo. Yeah, I'd rather not have it.
Every single farmer we've spoken to here in Will County says they don't want to take the government aid. They want to make their money by selling their crops at fair prices, and they're willing to weather the storm to buy the president time to negotiate better trade deals. Now, sign up for the financial assistance could begin in September for those who want to take it. Nora?
Adriana, great reporting. Thank you so much. I love when we take an issue in Washington and actually ask people who are affected by that issue. It tells you what it really, really means.
And they're speaking directly to the president.
That's right.